Good morning everyone. It's Mandy from Five Alive and Meddie Ted saying hello again this morning. Welcome to week 3 of our weekly yoga sessions. Today we're going to be doing a Meddie Ted journey, mindful yoga journey, and we're going to be using this lovely book, Meddie Ted's own book, A Mindful Yoga Journey. And we'll be following Meddie Ted going through, it's a lovely spring day again, sticking to our spring topic that we've been doing the last few weeks. So some of the poses we'll have done before, and a few of the poses might be new to you. Or if you just joined us today, maybe quite a few of the poses will be new, but that's okay. You can just do what you can and just have fun and share all these ideas with your family and your friends. Okay. So, Meddie Ted, Mindful Yoga Journey. Meddie Ted says hello. Hey, Meddie Ted just going to sit and watch us. We're going to start off with our breathing today. Last week we did our bunny breath, and this week we're going to be doing our high 5 breath, where we're going to be using our hand and following our fingers, breathing in through our nose and out through our nose. Doing our breathing helps us to calm our mind, helps us to feel settled and quiet. Sometimes when we're full of energy and maybe we don't need that energy, maybe it's bedtime and we need to calm down. Sometimes these little calming, breathing, fun little exercises can help. So high 5, breathing. Show me high 5 and give high 5 to yourself, high 5 to anybody else that's here, and you can practice these with your mum and dad. So just getting into a nice comfortable seated position on our mat, okay, and just dropping our shoulders and relaxing. A couple of big balloon breaths here, breathing in and breathing out. Okay, so putting one hand up, spreading the fingers like Spider-Man web. We're going to take one hand and we're going to breathe in up our thumb and then breathe out as we come down. Then go to the next finger, breathe in and breathe out nice and slowly. To the middle finger, breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Then to the little finger, breathe in and breathe all the way down. Okay, we're going to try and do that reverse now. So we're going to come up the side of our hand, breathing in and breathing out. Nice and slowly, breathing in and breathing out. Middle finger, breathing in and exhaling out. Breathing in and breathing out. Back to our thumb, breathing in and breathing out. So we can do that with our other hand now. So we're focusing on our hand, focusing on our fingers, starting at the side of our hand. Big breath in and breathing out. Big breath in and long exhale out. Big deep breath in and exhale out. Big breath in and exhale out. Big breath in and exhaling out. Well done. Double high 5. High 5 flat gently as well. Okay, so we can use this high 5 breath whenever we feel that we just want to bring some calming into our mind, or just need to calm down. If we've had a really, really busy day and we're full of energy and we need just to slow down to help us to get to sleep. Okay, so I want you to try that for me with some family and with friends for this week coming. Okay, our yoga journey today is going to be our mindful yoga journey that Meddie Ted has been practicing with me for So we're going to read a little story and we're going to do the actions of the story. Okay, and I'll try and show you the book from here. Meddie Ted woke up from his long winter's hibernation. It was the first day of spring. Meddie couldn't wait to go outside to explore, but Mama Teddy and Papa Teddy were still sleeping in bed. So we are going to be Meddie Teddy doing our big yawns. We're going to start curled up. And then we're going to reach our arms up, breathing in, and big yawn and big stretch in one direction, bring it back into the centre, and big stretch in the other direction, big breaths. Both arms stretching up out to tippy toes if you can. Big breaths in, big stretch, and bring it back down again. Okay, so we're ready to go. Meddie Ted said, I'll just go for a short walk and be back before Mama and Papa wake up. So he tiptoed out of the door. He paused in the warm morning sun. What a beautiful day, he says. Now, I don't have much sun in my garden today, so we're going to do a little sun salutation. We did this last week and the week before to try and bring some sun into the garden, like Meddie Ted, reaching up to try and bring some sun. Okay, so we're going to stand, grounding our feet into the grass or into the mat, wherever we are. Take one big deep breath here. Stretching, inhale, reaching up like Meddie Ted. What a beautiful day. Try and bring the sun in. Let's try that one more time. Big breath in. Reach up. What a beautiful day. And try and bring the sun into our heart. Okay, one more time. Big breath in. What a beautiful day. And breath this time. Tickling the grass or tickling our toes. Stepping back into our plank. Excellent. Dropping down onto our knees, onto our belly. Pushing up into our snake. Back down. Up into our downward dog. Walking the dog. Excellent. Few breaths here. Back to our plank. Step forward one foot. Step forward into that second foot. And then curling our chin up. What a beautiful day. Breathing and bringing the sun back into our heart. Okay, Meddie Ted. Next part of his journey, Mama says the first thing I should do each day is greet the sun. So we've just done our mountain pose and we've greeted the sun. So we've just been like Meddie Ted here. Meddie hadn't walked very far when he ran into his friend Dog. Hi there, said Meddie. Beautiful day for a walk, isn't it? It certainly is, said Dog, excitedly running ahead. Slow down, Dog, Meddie called after him. He bent down to smell some violets on the path. If you go too fast, you'll miss the good things in life. Dog stopped to smell the flowers. Good idea, Meddie, he said. So the dog is sniffing for the flowers into our downward dog position. So let's see if we can get Meddie Ted to do this. You can all copy Meddie Ted. So hands onto the mat, feet onto the mat or onto the grass, and looking down between our legs. Let's see if Meddie Ted can do this with me. Well done, Meddie Ted. So we curl our toes in, our hands are pressed on the mat, and we look between our legs or into our belly button and just hang our head down. We can walk the dog if we like. Okay, so our downward dog. Excellent. Dropping our knees down and coming back to listen to the story. As Meddie made his way through the forest, he came upon his friend, Beaver. She was busy working on her new lodge. I'm trying to put these twigs on top, said Beaver, but I can't reach. Maybe I can help, said Meddie. Meddie reached as far as he could, stretching high on one leg. He was able to place the last sticks on top. Thank you, Meddie, said Beaver. So Meddie was really helpful, helping Beaver to build his lodge. So we're going to go into tree pose and pretend that we're Meddie helping. So again, did this last week, so let's see if we can practice this again. Really good for our balance. So standing on one foot, lifting the other foot up and bringing our hands to the centre. And then if we can grow our branches on our tree up and then out. Excellent. If we take a few deep breaths here, if our leaves and our branches sway, that's okay. Just try and take a few big deep breaths. Remember, Meddie stretched up, so let's see if we can stretch our fingertips up, stretch our tummies up, stretch our fingertips up really tall. Big deep breaths here, and then bring our branches in to our heart and lower our foot. So let's try that on the other leg as well. So planting nice and strong, getting our roots nice and grounded, lifting up our other foot, hands at the centre of our heart, pressing in. Nice breath here, growing our branches up. If we can, stretching up higher, stretching our branches up taller like Meddie, helping Beaver to build his hut. Big breaths in here. Excellent. If we blowing in the wind a little bit in the garden again today, but that's okay. Just try and take deep breaths through our nose and out through our nose. Excellent. Let's come back down again. So that was the tree pose with Meddie Ted. Next part of the journey, Meddie had walked a long way when he saw a frog. See the little frog sitting on a log. Hello, frog, said Meddie. What are you doing? I'm listening to the breeze blowing by, said Frog. Let's see if we can listen. Deep breaths in and see what we can listen today, see what we can hear, see what we can listen to. I can hear the breeze blowing by. I can hear some birds. Maybe you can hear them through the camera as well. I can hear some birds chirping too, which is lovely. Meddie said, maybe if I sit like Frog, I can hear the breeze too, thought Meddie. Together the two friends sat in silence. Okay, so we're going to sit in silence like Meddie. We'll get Ted. So we're going to put one leg and twist it over and then try and look round like Meddie Ted's doing. Okay, so we're going to cross our legs, put one leg down, and see if we can lift our other foot over our knee. Sitting up nice and tall here. Then we're going to stretch across and see if we can look behind us. And we're taking a few big deep breaths here as we look over our shoulder and we listen to the whoosh of the wind or the birds or the pigeons, and then we can come back to centre and we can change. Okay, so come back to the middle and lift your other leg over. Okay, Mandy Ted, can you do that too? So lift his other leg over and try and stretch around the other way. So we're sitting like the frog. Big breath in, and then we're stretching around and taking our big deep breaths in and closing our eyes as we do our big twisting stretch. Then we come back to our seated position. Back we come, Meddie Ted. So when Meddie opened his eyes, he felt relaxed and very quiet. Next part. As Meddie walked through the forest, he paused to appreciate the budding trees and the flowers. If you look behind you, I've got a tree that's starting to bud and the flowers are coming out on the tree and on the flowers behind me as well. So when you're out today, you can have a look for the budding trees and flowers. Meddie watched a butterfly fluttering by. So we're going to try and copy Meddie and go into our butterfly pose. So Meddie, we're going to get your feet together and bringing the soles of your feet in. You're going to put your hands on your toes and sit up nice and tall. Okay, so we can copy Meddie. So soles of our feet together. Press together and sitting up nice and tall. And let's have a look around, see if we can see any butterflies fluttering around. I can't see any butterflies, but I can see a bird up in the tree. And then let's see if we can make our knees just flying like a butterfly's wings. Okay, think what colours your butterfly wings might be. Excellent. And let's just do a few nice deep breaths here. Breathing in through our nose and out through our nose. Excellent. Okay, so that was our butterfly pose. Then Meddie Ted goes onto his back and he's gazing up at the clouds drifting slowly across the sky because Meddie didn't want to miss a thing. Okay, so we're going to practice the happy baby pose, and we did this last week when we were doing our Easter egg theme. So we're going to be a happy baby pose. So like Meddie is going to go onto his back and is going to hold his hands, or his paws are going to hold his feet, and he's going to look up at the clouds. Okay, so we're going to copy Meddie Ted. So lie down on our back and lift our feet up. Here we go, Meddie. And then hold on to the outside of your foot or the inside of the foot or the bottom of your legs, whichever feels comfortable. And take some deep breaths and look up at the clouds. Lots of clouds today. And big deep breaths. You might want to rock from side to side in our happy baby pose. Looking up at the sky. Okay, Meddie? Looking up at the sun. Meddie's reminding me to take nice deep breaths and to look up at the clouds slowly drifting by. And I'm going to curl in and come back up. Next part of our story. And soon Meddie came upon his friend Hedgehog, who was sitting looking a bit glum on a stump. "Why the long face?" asked Meddie. Hedgehog was taking his own hike through the woods, but he had made a wrong turn and now he was lost. So Hedgehog was lost. "Do you remember anything on your walk that might help you find your way home?" asked Meddie. Hedgehog shook his head. Meddie could see his friend was very worried. "Let me show you what I do when I am worried or forget something," said Meddie. He kneeled on the ground with his arms stretched in front of him. "I take a deep breath and I focus on what I'm trying to remember." Hedgehog copied Meddie's pose. Then they both took a deep breath through their nose and let it out slowly. So boys and girls and mums and dads, if we ever forget something or we're just a bit angry or upset and we can't remember anything, we can do child's pose too. So let's all practice like Hedgehog and Meddie Ted. Big deep breaths in our child's pose. Okay, Meddie? So, excellent. So we're on our feet, we've got our knees, bottoms back to our, there we go, heels and our hands down and our forehead down, taking big deep breaths. Okay, so remember this from last time. So if we were in the tabletop position, we just drop our bottom down onto our knees and then we stretch our arms forward and forehead on the ground, taking nice deep breaths in and deep breaths between, and we can come back to our hands and knees. Okay, so that was Meddie Ted helping Hedgehog and reminding Hedgehog that if he was worried or forgot something, to take deep breaths through the nose and let it out really slowly in our child's pose. Something for you to practice at home. I do remember something now, Hedgehog said excitedly, after doing his calm child's pose. I stopped to have lunch at a waterfall. He took out a map from his backpack and studied it with Meddie. There it is, said Meddie, finding the waterfall on the map. And there's your house just beyond. When you find the waterfall, you're almost home. Meddie lunged, then pointed Hedgehog in the right direction. So we're going to go and step into our crescent lunge like Meddie. Hard to keep him top up. So he's going to step forwards and bend that front knee. And he's going to point Hedgehog in the right direction, just like that. Okay. So Meddie's going to do that there. So we're going to step forwards. And then we're going to point Meddie and Hedgehog in the correct direction. So it's our crescent lunge or our low lunge. We can do it high, or we can drop that leg down, and then we can point with our finger. A few deep breaths here. We put our hands down, and we can swap over. We can either do it, if we really want a challenge, in high lunge, and point with that finger, or point with that finger. If that's too challenging, we can drop our back foot down and point and stretch with that finger, and maybe point and stretch in that finger as well. So that's our low lunge or our crescent lunge in our story. Meddie realised it was time for him to go home. As he made his way back, he passed Fox's den and stopped in to say hello. What are you up to, Meddie asked Fox. I've been making fresh strawberry jam all day, but now I have to move all these jars into my pantry, said Fox. Here, let me help, said Meddie, taking a jar and passing it to Fox. Together the two friends worked until the job was done. So, Meddie's now really helpful, Ted, as he's going on his journey today. So he's now helping Fox. Maybe that's something that you can do. You can maybe help Mum or Dad or a sister to tidy up the kitchen maybe. So we're going to do Warrior 2, and this is us practicing like Meddie passing the jars to Fox. So Warrior 2 is almost like the crescent lunge. So we step forwards on one foot, bending that knee. And our back leg, we just turn it pointing out to the side. We bend that front knee, and then in our Warrior 2, we reach forward like that pointing action, and we look into our fingertips, and we're passing the jar to Fox. So Meddie Ted, passing the jar, bending nice and strong in that Warrior 2. A few deep breaths here. Then we can turn around and point our other foot down in the direction that our knee's going, knee over a foot and the other foot can turn in. And let's pass the jar to Fox over the other direction. Excellent. Big deep breaths and then coming in. Meddie continued on his journey and came across Snake, to the slithering Snake here. Hello, Meddie, said Snake. Where are you off to? Meddie explained that he was on his way home. I have to get back to my parents, because they're going to miss me when they wake up and wonder where I am. I'm going in that direction, said Snake. Why don't I join you too? So the two friends made their way down the rocky path together. Okay, so we're going to do our snake pose, or sometimes we call that cobra pose. Okay, so Meddie Ted's going to get down onto his tummy, press his legs down and his hips down into the mat. He's going to put his hands down and push his head up off the mat. Well done, Meddie. So let's all try that. Let's be the cobra or the snake. So start lying down on your mat, feet pressed down into the mat, hands at the sides, and then we can push up into our snake pose, and we can go can't see any snakes in the garden, so you can have a look around and press up. And then come back up again. Well done. So that was Meddie meeting a snake. As Meddie made his way home, he thought about all the wonderful things he had seen on his journey. The birds, the butterflies, the flowers and the trees. And he thought about his many friends throughout the forest and how each one had helped him appreciate this new spring day. Meddie felt very peaceful. When Meddie arrived home, Mama and Papa were still asleep in their bed. Meddie couldn't wait any longer. Mama, Papa, wake up, said Meddie. It's spring. Okay, so back to that mountain pose that we're in at the beginning. Nice strong mountain pose. So Meddie Ted's come back. Big breath in and exhale out. And this one, Meddie Ted, it's spring. And one more breath in. It's spring. Put our hands together and bring that sun in. Excellent. Excellent. Well done. Okay, so that was our little, hope you enjoyed the Meddie Ted mindful yoga journey today. And you could make up your little stories as well and maybe email me or send them in around Meddie Ted going on his little journey. And you can try out these different poses at home. So use some of the poses we've done today that Meddie Ted's done. We've done mountain pose, downward dog, the butterfly pose, the tree pose, the seated twist pose. We've done the happy baby pose, the warrior two pose, the cobra pose, the lunge, the crescent lunge, low or high, and the child's pose. We're going to finish off today using our high five breath. So the breath that we practice at the beginning. Okay, so we just come to that comfortable seated position. Cross our legs and get one hand ready to do our breathing. Okay. Really trying to calm our breathing, slower breathing down again. So big inhale in and exhale as we go down. Big inhale in and exhale down. Big inhale in and exhale down. Big breath in and breathing out. Big breath in and breathing out. Let's go back, starting with the little finger. So up the side, breathing in and breathing out. 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 Let's try that with the other hand. Starting at the thumb side. Breathing in and breathing out. 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 This time I invite you to close your eyes for the last time. Breathing in and breathing out. 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 And breathing in and breathing out. hoping that that helps you to be calm and relaxed. So I am calm and relaxed. Pressing our hands together and smiling. Breathing. I am calm and I am relaxed. Okay, Meddie Ted is calm and relaxed too. And he's going to wave goodbye. Well done, boys and girls. See you next week.